This is another lecture in the iMath Tutor screencast lecture series. I'm Dr. Regis J. Sorenko, founder of iMath Tutor. The title of today's lecture is The King's Court is a Dangerous Place. Long Live the King. Barry Kort recently posted the following puzzle on the Facebook group Math Brothers. The king is having a banquet, and the sommelier has ordered 10 cases of wine for the affair. That's a total of 240 bottles. The wine has arrived just 2 days before the day of the banquet. The king has learned of a rumor that one of the 240 bottles has been spiked with poison. Anyone drinking the poison wine will die within 24 hours. The king wants to find the tainted bottle so as to remove it from being served at the banquet. The king has recruited 5 testers who have volunteered to sample the wine. The question is, how can 5 testers, at least one of whom will die if there is indeed a tainted bottle, identify precisely which one of the 240 bottles is tainted, given that they have only 2 days to test the wine, and it will take up to 24 hours to die after sampling a poisoned bottle? The subject of today's lecture is my solution to this puzzle. Now, although there are only 5 testers, there are 2 to the 5th groupings of the testers, including one group of no testers. So there are 32 possible ways that the testers can be grouped. Rather than assign the bottles to be sampled to individual testers, each of the 32 groups of testers will be assigned bottles. Since there's no need to pinpoint the poison bottle after day 1, each of the groups can have more than one bottle assigned to it on day 1. Further, the only bottles that must be examined on day 2 are those from the group of testers who have died after day 1, or from the group with no testers if no one dies after day 1. However, the number of bottles assigned to the group on day 1 can be no more than the number of groups available on day 2, since each group on day 2 can have no more than one bottle assigned to it in order to pinpoint the bottle after day 2. The number of groups available on day 2 depends on the size of the group that was assigned the poison bottle on day 1. For example, if on day 1 a group of 3 testers is assigned the poison bottle, then there are only 2 testers available on day 2. Hence there are only 2 to the 2 or 4 groups available on day 2. Consequently, groups of size 3 on day 1 can have no more than 4 bottles assigned to them. In general, on day 1, groups of size k can have assigned no more than 2 to the 5th minus k bottles. There are 5 choose k groups of size k on day 1. Therefore, the maximum number of bottles that 5 testers can handle in 2 days is the sum on k equals 0 to 5 choose k times 2 to the 5 minus k. By the binomial theorem, this equals 1 plus 2 to the 5th, or 3 to the 5th, which is equal to 243. And this is if it's known that there is a poisoned bottle in the lot. If not, and it's only assumed that there's a poisoned bottle, then the maximum number that can be handled is 242. The reason for this will or should become clear below. Now, if there are n testers, then the maximum number of bottles that can be handled with this experimental design is 3 to the n, if it is known that there is a poison bottle in the lot. Thus, only 81 bottles can be handled with 4 testers if it's known that there is a poison bottle. If it is only assumed, then only 80 bottles can be handled by 4 testers. So we see that we need at least 5 testers. We'll probably need at least 5 testers. 4 is not enough. Let's look at the specific protocol the king can use. There are 2 possible protocols. The one to use depends on whether the king knows for certain that one of the bottles is poisoned. Let's begin by supposing that one of the bottles, the king knows for sure that one of the bottles is poisoned. There are 240 bottles. Now we can have a maximum assignment of 243. So some of the groups on day one will not be assigned the maximum number allowed. So for example, a group of size 5 has a maximum number allowed of 1, and groups of size 4 have a maximum number allowed of size 2. So if the group of size 5 receives no bottles and one of the groups of size 4 receives no bottles, we will reduce the number of bottles assigned from 243 to 240. Now, if after day 1 no tester dies, this means that the poison bottle is among the bottles assigned to the group with no testers. Further, on day 2, one of these bottles will go to a group with no testers. Hence, if no tester dies after day 2, and it is known that there is at least one poison bottle, it must be the bottle that was never tested. However, if the king only suspects that one of the bottles is poison, then all bottles must be tested. Hence, this protocol has to be modified. Now, suppose that the king suspects that one of the bottles is poison, but does not know for sure. The way we would modify the above protocol is that one of the bottles assigned to the no tester group on day 1 in the first protocol is now assigned to the group with 4 testers that did not have a bottle assigned to it in the first protocol. In this case, after the first day no testers dies, then the poison bottle may be among the poison bottles assigned to the group with no testers. There are 2 to the 5th minus 1 bottles assigned to this group, which is the same number of groups with at least one tester in it on day 2. Hence, all bottles can be tested. Further, if no tester dies after day 2, then one can be certain that none of the bottles is poisoned. And there you have it, my solution to the puzzle put forward by Barry Kort. Thanks for watching, and now a word from our sponsor. iMath Tutor provides face-to-face tutoring for university students and professionals that can meet with us in State College, PA. We also provide online tutoring for university students and professionals worldwide. And we sell quick reference guides, practice exams, and detailed solution sets for Penn State Math 141, Analytic Geometry 2. These are distributed by Nittany Notes, so if you'd like to purchase any of this material, visit Nittany Notes online at www.nittanynotes.com. We will add additional study material as demand dictates, so if you have any ideas for material you'd like to see, shoot us an email. Now, you can visit us online at imathtutor.org to learn more about iMath Tutor. There you can find a short biography of me, Dr. Regis J. Sirinko. You can see all of the Penn State math and statistics courses that we tutor. And if you're not a Penn State student, there are full course descriptions for the courses, the Penn State courses that we tutor. So you can see if we tutor a Penn State course that is similar to one that you're taking, and therefore we could perhaps help you. You can also arrange a free consultation at our website by filling out a consultation request form. If you prefer, you can email or call us. Our email is help@imathtutor.org, and our phone number is 814-317-6284. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more screencasts to come.